Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how you can use Cloudpanel to run your Next.js project on your VPS. Okay, so let's get started. If you're looking to get a 20% discount on Hostinger, then use the referral code in the description below, or go to the Hostinger website, and in the website URL add question mark referral code is equal to swebdev and press enter. The code will be applied on checkout. So let's continue with the rest of the video. Just need to click in add site, go into the Node.js option, then end up adding a domain here. Okay, select the port for your application and select the Node.js version and save this password. Then click create. And now our site has been created. Going to manage. You can set up a MySQL database as well. That's a whole other thing. Okay, but it's not really that complicated. Here in the site user settings is where you end up adding your SSH key. So end up adding your SSH key here. I've already done a separate tutorial on how to create a SSH key and how to then use that to connect to your VPS. It's the same process, just add the SSH key here, okay, and you can go and watch that tutorial if you want. But the simple explanation is that you need to just, in your terminal on your Windows, just type in the command ssh-keygen -t, then ed 25519 is the encryption, okay, and then you can type in, and then it will ask you to provide certain information. On the first information you just need to add in, I believe, your email, or you could just leave that empty as well. It's up to you. In the second option you need to add in the passphrase, which is kind of like a password, so just add in something that you can remember, and then it will just ask you to confirm the passkey, then re-enter that passkey again. Okay, so that's it. That will create a keygen for you. Okay, and then you need to go and get this. So where is this? So it does tell you where that is. Okay, so in your users, and then the user, whatever the name is, and then there is a .sh folder. Go into that. This is where the SSH key will be. Just right click this and select the open with option and select notepad. Okay, I have already got that open. So you will get a SSH key like this. So just copy it and paste it in this and click save. As you can see, the key has been saved. Okay, and now I can use it to connect to my database. So open up your VS Code. In the VS Code you need to add in two extensions. One is called Remote SSH and the other one is Remote Explorer. After you have installed both of these, just go into this icon, which is the Remote Explorer, and here you just need to click the plus icon. Okay, and here now you need to add in the SSH connection string, okay, which is SSH, and then space, and then the user. If I go into here, you have a site user, right? So just copy this, paste this in, do add, and then the website domain name, which is the domain name you selected. Just copy this, paste it in, press enter, and then you have the option of connecting. So click connect. As you can see, it's trying to connect. In the meantime, what you need to do is go into your file manager, go into htdocs, go into this. It is completely empty. So I've created a fresh, simple Next.js project. Okay, all you need to do is get the public source and all of these files. So basically get all of the files except for the git, next, node modules, git ignore, and readme. Okay, so just drag and drop them in. Okay, like so. But if I try to open the website right now, you will see there is a problem. We don't have a SSL certificate, so let's use a Let's Encrypt certificate. Click create and install. Okay, Okay, we've done that, and let's go back to the file manager. Let's open this, and as you can see, we get a 502 bad gateway, which is basically nginx saying that it can't locate the folder which has the files necessary to run this, and also it's not running the instance as well. Okay, so it's basically not able to connect to the instance. So as you can see, it is started. Our connection is complete. Just click on open folder, and as you can see, this is the project name. It's connected to my Cloudpanel. Okay, click OK. It will reload VS Code. So you need to run the commands npm I pm2. Okay, npm I npm run build, and you have to be inside of the project folder, which is this one. And now you need to run the command pm2 ls, and what this does is show you the instances you have, okay, of pm2, and right now you have none. Let's create one. So pm2 start npm and then dash dash name, and then you give this application a name. So let's call this next, for example, next dash app. So you can name this whatever you want, then dash dash, and then run start, and then press enter. And as you can see, our app is running. So let's refresh this, and as you can see, this is running. Here it is, response from the backend. It just took time to get the response back. Okay, so everything is running, even the backend part, which is basically the API part. If you're wondering what I mean by this, if you go into your project, you know how Next.js works. Whatever is inside this API, I'm basically just making a request to it, okay? And that's what I'm getting here. Just to clarify for all of you, the backend stuff works, okay? Of what I'm doing when I'm doing a backend request. Okay, so my Next.js app is working. So I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.